Well, here we are, 2012. We finally made it. This month promises to be, or this year actually even, promises to be a really interesting year. But this month should be interesting too. Anyway, today I actually slept till noon, so it's 1 now. A real late start. Actually, I'm going to just go up and do some work like I was planning on the storage unit, and as soon as I finish having my coffee, my last cup of coffee here, I had one before. So here we go. Okay, change of plan. Since the valves are all adjusted and it's a fairly nice weather day, it's not too cold. It's a little chilly, but it's really not that bad. I'm going to put this manifold on. I'm going to clean this up, put the gaskets on, and then install this manifold intake. Okay, just wanted to check that these threads work, and they do. They're beautiful. It's perfect. These are grade 5 bolts. They aren't galvanized or stainless or anything. I'm going to just use these with a little bit of never sheaths on them, and I'm going to get a little paintbrush and prime and paint the top of the heads of these so they'll look perfect after they're in, and they won't be subject to any corrosion. Not that there's going to be a lot of corrosion under the hood. I like to stop it where I can. That actually wasn't too bad. So now I'm going to put the gaskets on, and then I'll set the manifold on. I got to make sure the manifold's clean enough to put on here too. Probably is. Okay, I've sprayed a little high tack on both sides of these rubber gaskets, and I have them turned with the top side down right now in case I have to touch them up. I don't want to have to mess with the bottom part because I'm not going to be able to since it's installed. All those little tab holes, I gotta just make sure they don't have any water and oil in them. A lot of times I take out that oil sending unit piece to make it easier to deal with, but you can get it in without messing with that, so I'm just gonna leave it. Well, the holes in those under those rubber gaskets for the front and back of the intake manifold, those little rubber pieces I just installed there, were all filled with like this Permatex from the previous owner. And installed some, so I took a little chunk of a rusty nail. You can use anything really. And I just dug out the Permatex. The little balls of Permatex they had stuck in there. Had you not done that, it would leak oil there, so that's why you do that. So now I'm just going to spray a little high tack on these and install them onto the intakes. Okay, I sprayed some high tack. I'm not going to spray the engine since it's been machined. It's pretty flat. So I'm just going to spray the gasket part with the high tack. If you didn't think you had a nice flat surface to go on, you want to spray both sides or use a different kind of Permatex if it's really bad. You know, thicker, goopy stuff, like that blue crap, but I usually don't end up using that. I'd rather machine it and do it right. So anyway, I'm going to let this tack up. While this is sitting here drying, here's what I use, the gasket sealer high spray tack. It's really good. I use that on the head gaskets too, and I've never had head gaskets blow because of that. Anyway, I'm going to go check out the, see if the manifold's ready to put on. These only have to tack up. Okay, this is working pretty good. See, you don't need to install the restrictors with these Edelbrock manifolds because it's already got a block built in, so anyway, I'm just going to run the razor over this. It's already looking pretty good. So shouldn't be a problem. Okay, I got these on, but the face has got a little funky from laying on the paper towel when it was wet. I should have really put it up on some pencils or, you know, something so it was dry right. But I'm going to just spray it where it is. It's no big deal. I'm going to spray another coat and let it tack up, and then I'll just install the manifold. Okay, that's looking good. I'm just going to let that tack up again a few minutes. I'm going to put some never seize on the bolts. There's 12 bolts. You just put a little bit of never seize on them, then they never seize. Some people just use thread locker, but you know, when you want to take these apart again, it's a nightmare. I'd rather just check my torque every time. If I start to hear an intake leak, I'll just torque it down a little. But I've never had a problem using the never seize. They've never really shaken loose. So, you know, if your engine's not a piece of crap and rattling all over the place, which you're going to break motor mounts anyway, then they won't shake loose. Change of plan because it started raining. I'm just going to never seize as I go. I'm going to place this on. I'll just never seize the bolts one at a time as I put them on. I don't even remember the torque sequence, but I know you go in to out, so it's really no big deal. Yeah, that's set on there smooth. I'm going to never seize the bolts one at a time and put them on. Start from the inside. But you torque them down in sequence. You don't get carried. Never seize bolt. You don't have to get carried away with this stuff. See the size of that container there? That probably lasts for 100 vehicles. Totally rebuilding the motor. You really don't need much of this stuff, as you want to keep it light. Because once the threads start going around, it all evens itself out. So you don't worry about the splotch. You see, this is about. You just want to generally cover it with a light coating. The problem, I can't tighten those bolts down because all I have is this India Great Neck box end, and the walls of the thing are too fat. So I'm going to try to use a swivel. I may not be able to do this. I may have to go get another box end. Well, George had a box end. I'm going to try this one. Mine aren't any better than that. You can see the skies are looming and the humidity's starting to come down on and off. So hopefully I can get this just bolted on, get this closed up before it rains. Well, incredibly, I didn't need George's wrench at all. I was able to use this swivel socket. I use a 6-point. You could probably use a 12-point easily. These don't really take that much torque. I'm just going to estimate my torque. If you didn't know, you know, approximately how much, you got to put on even torque, but if I didn't do like these a lot and know how much torque they're going to take, then I'd use a torque wrench on this as well. Or if I was building a race car or something like that, I'd use socket head cap screws and I'd use a torque wrench on everything. That is just a redneck engine job, so that's all I'm doing. Just want it to run good and run long, and run strong. So I beat the rain anyway. I could just leave it sitting at this low torque and just torque it down more later. But I'm going to put down to where I think it's got to go. So I'm looking at this manifold and I'm seeing why I got this so cheap. They have Healy coil inserts in here. They must have stripped the bolts and then they had to over drill it and put Healy coils in, which is how you repair threads. They seem to have done it right though, so I don't think that's going to be problematic. A gooseneck doesn't really take a lot of torque anyway, so that should be fine. I would have actually myself opted to over drill it and over thread it and put in a larger bolt if possible, unless the gooseneck didn't have the clearance for the head. In which case you'd either have to, you could do it that way, but you'd have to put an extension on the bolt, which you could get a really nice looking chrome extension, make it look like you did it on purpose, but maybe Healy coils the best way. Alright, that's all tightened down. heads are all up, the preliminary valve adjustment's done. I have the engine 180 degrees off TDC. I gotta put this exhaust on here. I gotta put a distributor in. Then I'll turn the engine before I do that to where it's got a fire, and I'll show you how to static time this. Then I gotta put all these alternators, steering pumps. I don't know what the heck that is, some kind of plow pump or something. I don't know, that might be, I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I hope it's like some kind of hydraulic pump or something. That would be cool. Then I could use it for like a PTO or something at a later date. Hydraulic PTO. Well, it looks like I just beat the rain, so that's good. I'm having some good luck this year. I don't know if I'm going to go up to the storage unit or not. I could work up there. I can't really move stuff around if it's raining though, since there's no roof on the truck. That's a priority, getting that truck fixed. Yeah, I guess I just beat the rain. This thing's sputtering now. I don't know if it's because it's got too much moisture or if it's running out of gas. Anyway, I'm going to try to make it up to the storage unit. I want to measure the sprint and see what I can do up there. And it's raining out pretty good now. I guess I just beat the rain. Anyway, I'm in the sprint unit. I'm going to measure this sprint, see if it fit in the other unit if I pull the trailer. If not, I'll have to pull some more stuff out of the other unit. It's still dark in here. It's always dark in here because this thing's so deep. These are really good units. The other one that I'm filling up is just as deep as this. So once I get all done with having to process stuff, I'll pack this one up too, and then I'll have my whole outlay down to the 2 garages, and I'll just start selling what I can sell, and I'll start building a building over in Lynchburg to start putting this stuff to use that it's intended for. Because I don't have this just to collect it. There's a use for it intended. Some of it I was already using before being forced to shut down several times. But once I get Lynchburg built up, I won't have that problem anymore. Alright, the good news is this vehicle will fit in there, so that's what I'm going to do. The other good news is these tires are actually stock tires from an older model Sprint, apparently, because I've seen them on several 1971 models, so these rims may be worth some money. Hopefully I can pull them off and sell them, because I really don't care about that. I'll put keystones on this or something later on. This is going to be the Fox Fence bid car and general use car for the fencing company. It'll never lose its value. Anyway, as you can see, this is going to be a project, this Sprint. I got to do the same stuff that I've been doing on the truck in the front of the house. Alright, I'm gonna clean up some of this stuff since I'm here. Only got about an hour of light left, or less. So I'm gonna just get this stuff ready to pull out of here. But I'm gonna clear the Sprint right off so that it's ready to just get air in the tires and pull it to the other garage when I pull out the other trailer. That way I can, well actually I'm going to do Cherry's car in the other garage first, after I pull the trailer out. And then I'll pull musical cars with this Sprint, and then I'll move the truck that's outside of George's in here and do the throw-up area in here. So I did want to do that up in New Jersey, as you all know, but my brother wasn't really making me feel very safe or wanted to do the job. So, and the last thing I need to do is risk something going wrong and it getting delayed and somebody having the control to where they're going to call a tow truck on my vehicle or something. It's happened to me before, and I'm very paranoid about it. And, you know, that's how he's making me feel like it would happen. There's no room for error. So, and life happens. Life has things that get thrown at you, and I just don't have the resources to deal with no margin of error like that. I'm not losing anything because of that. Okay, I've processed about all I feel like processing today. This is all for resort. Then I got some empty boxes in the front. You can see I've got about half the, I guess more than half of the stuff out of the back of the Sprint. Most of what's left now is car parts, which don't go anywhere anyway. I'm just going to make room for them in the front of this garage area here. I found several locks. I have 3 master locks, plus another one with no key. I'm going to find the key. But that's good, because 3 is about exactly the amount that I'm going to need if I have to cut locks off of the remote units. So I'm going to head on home and work on Kaya, I guess. Before I go, I'm going to grab some of these 3/4 stones. I'm going to borrow them, and I'll bring them back. I'm going to take like maybe 25 of them so that I can clean out the inside of that gas tank. Okay, I borrowed some rocks from the ground here to clean that tank out with, and I'm going to just leave my charger here because I can't find the chemical that I have to reverse osmosis, reverse electroplate the gas tank. So I gotta find that. I forgot what the chemical was. I think it was potassium chloride, but I can't remember now. I gotta make sure I get the right chemical. You don't want to blow yourself to oblivion. So anyway, I'm heading back now, so that's all I'm going to be doing on this unit today. Tomorrow I'll bring that to the processing unit and start doing some processing. The good news is this car will fit in the other garage, which means I can pull this out, and that way I can pull in the truck to pull the trans and get that throw-up bearing in here. Okay, I'm home. I brought the generator tank inside. You can see how rusty it is in spots. The whole inside of the tank is like that. There's a lot of scale in there. Anyway, I brought some rocks. No, this is not a litter box, kitty. I'm going to put them in here. I'm going to count them going in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Boy, I can smell the old gas. 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, yeah, I got 25, 24, and 25. Alright, now what I'm going to do is shake this thing up. The cat thinks I brought him a litter box, I think, with all these rocks. But it's not happening, kitty cat. Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to take this gas tank, just leak it a lot, in the hopes of breaking up the rust. If anybody knows a different way, post it on my site, because I'd rather a different way. I gotta get the rough scale down. Wish I could open this up with the sand. I hear rust coming off already. Hard work. Wish I'd tie this onto it. It's going to go round and round for a few hours. Anyway, that's what I gotta do. Sorry, Al, I'm not going to keep doing it for the film camera. I know you want me to. Okay, I've been shaking it for a bit. I'm not nearly done. You can see the smoke actually coming out of there, the rust smoke. What I'm going to do, take a bunch of bag ties and tie this plastic bag so I can dump the rust into this plastic bag. Then I'm going to put the rocks, separate the rocks out, wash them off, and put them back in again, do it again. I'm going to just keep doing it till rust stops coming out, and then after that it's ready for the chemicals to finish. My cat wondering what's going on. Anyway, I daisy chains together 4 bag ties. I'm going to bag tie this onto there. I may be better off using rubber bands though. Okay, bag tied it onto the thing. Now I'm going to try to dump the rocks and rust into this bag. Oh, there's more rust in there than I could ever believe. Just in this first thing, I could only get 6 rocks out so far. It's turning out to be really hard to get these stupid rocks out. So there's still like 19 more rocks in there, but you can see just how much of the how bad this tank was. Jesus. So I'm going to just throw this out, put another bag in. I'll throw these rocks back in and shake it some more. Until this runs without rust coming out, I'm going to just keep pulling it out. Okay. You can see how much rust came out just from phase 1 right there. That's all rust. Time for phase 2. It's starting to sound like a can. I'm so out of shape, it's ridiculous. It's funny, my cat runs for the hills when I do. That's oh, this car's rough. I need a machine for this. I asked George to do it with his wife, but he didn't want to do it. That would have been a great movie. the sediment. It's weird, only 6 rocks came out again, but here's the rust from the second run. Jeez, that's a lot of rust. It's gonna take a while, probably take like 20 or 30 runs. Wow, I'm still getting lots out. This is run number 3. Incredible amounts of rust in that tank. Well, I'm still pulling piles of rust out. That's run 4. I don't know, I'm getting too tired to do it anymore. It's going to take a few days to do it. No rush. Well, there's tonight's dinner. Kraft macaroni and cheese with lots of pepper. Costs approximately $1.25. Well, it's running kind of late. It's about 3 in the morning. I'm wrapping up today. I don't think I'm going to do much more on the computers. We were discussing some stuff with George for about 3 hours. The rest of the day you saw most of it. You didn't miss much. Anyway, tomorrow I'm gonna hopefully get some stuff done. So I'll see you tomorrow.